As a student, I am concerned about being able to find a job to repay my student loans. What things are you doing in Washington now to help rebuild the economy, and what will you do to help in the future if you are elected or re-elected?
As a student, I can imagine, you are kind of nervous about what your future looks like. But I'm optimistic about the future. We're starting to see our small businesses move forward. We're starting to see small businesses start to hire. And we're, as a government, part of a team. Government can't do it alone. We are listening very carefully to what our business sector is saying. And so here's what I see as our great challenge. A lot of us in this room remember Sputnik. Remember? The Russians were ahead of us, and we as a country said that's not going to happen. Yesterday morning, front page of the Star Tribune business section, China is starting to take over and control the clean energy market. Solar, wind. We can do better. We need to be the leaders, and government needs to work with the private sector to make those key investments in R&D that allow businesses to spin off and start creating more jobs here. We can make it in America. We can keep all of our intellectual capacity moving forward to make America stronger. So I'm very hopeful about the future of this country.
Thank you. Mr. Carlson?
Well, we can do those things, and I'm also very hopeful. But we need to have a plan and a vision how to actually do that. Now, one of the ways that this international border zone in the border between Mexico and the U.S. could help with this situation is by moving some of these factory jobs back to Arizona and other states along the border, build American jobs. We need to grow jobs, we need to grow the economy, we need to restore American leadership. And that's what we're talking about here today. Now, I can speak some Chinese, I know about Chinese, I'm not against China. I've been aware of this for a long time, and as a matter of fact, I think if you look at our first debate, the first thing I said, we have some problems that China is going to grow so fast. As I say, they're going to take the capital, the intellectual capital. They've been holding all of our mortgage-backed securities, and basically we do what they say. So that is not a hopeful sign. And you're right. And so what we need to do is to get serious, back to basics. I've been talking about post-Sputnik too. We need to restore math and technology education. We can use internet resources. We need to innovate and lead.
Thank you. Ms. Collette.
Like Representative McCollum, I do think our best years are still ahead of us, but not with the leadership we have in Congress today. Representative McCollum, as a member of the Appropriations Subcommittee of the Budget Committee in March of this year, held a hearing at the state capitol on how to invest stimulus money in workforce development. Now, what's particularly interesting about the hearing is that she didn't hear from any corporate or individual business owners. She heard from government officials, she heard from leaders of nonprofits, and she heard from leaders of unions. But she wasn't interested in hearing what the private sector had to say about that. In her 9.5 years, she's not authored one piece of legislation that has passed that has improved unemployment in this district. And again, I would remind you, in Vandus Heights, we've tripled our unemployment. And in White Bear Lake, we've gone from 3.8 in January of 2001, when she was elected, to 8% now in June. The simple fact is that we need new leadership, and we will get this country back on track.
Thank you. We'll